So instead of the black, you're gonna need brown. Carlin camouflage brown, flat brown. Just there's a huge difference. What you're gonna want to do, you're gonna take your stencil and just spray it on there, and you're gonna kind of want to almost clutter it, and use some medium-sized stencils. Wow. Oh well. This is actually coming out really nicely, I think. Get some more small ones in there. Wonderful. Yeah, you might make mistakes like that. It's not going to be that big of a deal, but try to avoid it. Once again, this is just kind of showing you what it would, have the steps to do, but this isn't like my actual product, so don't give me crap. See how that one looks more fuzzy compared to that one, where it's like defined? Yeah, so once you get enough to the point where you can't lay one and like here and then mess that one up, let it dry. So now you're going to want to do essentially the same thing you just did, only kind of place them closer together where you can actually, like, see how they're like really close? Yeah, that's your goal. Wow, that leaf wood. I think it's something right there, because in my other painting video, a bug landed right there, so it's got to be something with that area. Something, I don't know. Ignore my retarded comments. And essentially practically cover it like that. Okay, now once you've done those, which are like closer together, you're gonna let it dry. Now what you're gonna want to do, you're gonna take your small stencils, like the small ones. And I think I actually put too many of the brown spots on, but I think it looks good. So now on the opposite color, like on the orange, I do yellow. It just kind of gives it that accent. And then you go over, just do all the yellows right now. And then, take like I think it'll be okay if you overlap them. Yeah, it's fine. Get a couple more, leave out some like there, that was pointless of me. I'll just cover that up with that. I don't think that's the one I used it on. I don't know, whatever. Alrighty then. So I would wipe it away, but so essentially you're just gonna go on the opposite color to kind of give it some contrast. That's the word I was looking for. And then you're gonna let that dry. And since I'm not gonna make a whole new step to do gotta get the orange that's over here. You're gonna take the orange and do that on the yellow. think I just did that on the orange. Wonderful. There we go. So it gives it some sort of contrast so that you can't really tell what the background is. And right up here it doesn't look so good because that's where I made my mistakes. Today it's not liking me there. So yeah, add in a couple of those and that's what it'll look like on your base. And I'd put more of the contrasts and maybe a little bit less of these. And so right now I'll show you what it looks like on an M4. Here is like essentially the closer look. You can see there's some contrast there. Okay, so this is the moment, my iPod. This is the moment you guys have been waiting for, the reveal of the finished M4, what I would put it on an M4. So the parts that I painted to this were as followed. The two rail covers, the PEQ battery box, the mag, which still fits in the gun perfectly fine, the grip, and the stock. And I just added a scope. Now this is actually, it's mill dot. This is actually a broken gun. Don't give me crap about that. Honestly, I've had this thing for 3 years. Things break over time. They're not built to last forever. I took the best care of it that I could. Don't use unpolished BBs. That's how it broke the first time. Fixed it. Gear stripped. Fixed it. Battery just fried something. Replaced the motor. Fixed it. And then it just collapsed and everything just started not working after so many times taking it apart to try and fix it. So I'm just going to use it for our painting gun. Now, to show you, I'll probably do different patterns, not just this. There'll probably be some, maybe upper lower receiver, X the bag, rails, front sight post barrel. Not going to paint the scope because it's a really nice scope and I love it. But they do that in Call of Duty, and I don't like that. So, no, don't think so. Nope. Yeah. Overall, the total time I spent making this video is about 5 hours. The total time painting this gun, 3 hours. Yeah. Takes a while, and I don't like to mess up. And when I mess up, it really makes me mad. I messed up a couple times. There. Like, I'm not perfect. I'm going to point out my flaws. On the mag, there's a really bad one on the other side. The grip was hard to do because I didn't want to screw it off from the handle and take it off and everything, because I don't know why I didn't, but I guess it would have been easier. Right here, really big. I screwed up really big on the side of the mag. As you can see, I tried to position the stencil again and paint over the black spots, but it just only created like a phantom-like thing right there, which actually looks pretty cool, but doesn't look so good for the overall finish of the gun. Some things I would do differently. Not at nighttime. It's probably pitch black outside. I stood out there with a flashlight and stood over there and finished painting. The things I had to do was I had to touch up on the grip and then finish the grip and then repaint the body and clean up all at like nighttime. So yeah, this has been how to paint your airsoft gun. Look at that. That's really nice fading. I like that. That turned out really good. Sorry. This has been how to paint your airsoft gun fall camo. Okay. Rate, comment, and subscribe.